everybody, it's Miss Christine from Little Sprouts, and I'm going to talk to you today about our calendar area. This is our calendar. Everything is on one wall, and we start every day with this. And we go through a whole bunch of skills for either preschool or kindergarten level, and we're going to go through step by step how we work through our calendar time. We always start our calendar time with our actual calendar. So we start by talking about the month of the year and singing our months of the year song. We also have a months of the year chart here, and we move our little finger to point to the correct month each time we change. After we sing months of the year, then we will count how many days we have had in that month so far. And once we get all the way through, we'll ask the students what number comes next and let them put that number in the pocket. And then we will show them what day of the week it is, and we'll sing our Days of the Week song. We have a video of that as well. We also have our Days of the Week here, and we always have it pointing to the correct day of the week. We have our season, so we talk about what season we're in and when seasons change. After we do our whole calendar, then we will move to weather. We'll ask the students what the weather is for the day, and we will graph it on the weather graph. Okay, the next thing we go on to is our pattern of the day. So we draw a pattern, and with the students, we complete and draw in the rest of the pattern. You can do shapes, letters, numbers for your pattern of the day. Just kind of mix it up. Then we move our glass bead. This is just a glass bead that has a little bit of ticky-tack on it. And we move it to the next number. We count to that number. We write how many days we've been in school. And then we also use that number for our straws. So we do the 10s and the 1s for the straws. And we do our coins to count how many days we've had. So each day we add a penny, and then if it needs to, we will trade them out for nickels, dimes, and quarters as we go on through the year. Continuing on with our number skills, we will then come over and work on our skip counting. These are introduced at different points of the year. So if they haven't been introduced yet, you don't have to worry about them, but once you introduce them, you can practice counting those. Then we go into our letter of the day. So you can see we have a little pocket here that has all the letter cards, and we've hung up the letter of the day. When we have a new letter of the day, we'll talk about whether the lowercase letter is a short letter, a tall letter, or a hole digger letter. Then our colors chart. At the beginning of the year, we spend a lot of time working on colors. As the kids master those, it's just a chart that's up, and we reference it sometimes, but we don't go over those every calendar once we get a little further into the year. These are our shapes. We go over shapes every single calendar. They're introduced throughout the year, starting with the simpler shapes and working up to harder shapes. We practice these lots of different ways, but one easy way is just to point to different shapes and call on students to pick them out and tell us what they are. We also sometimes look for these shapes around the room. We always end our calendar time with the alphabet. And even starting at the beginning of the year, we go through the entire alphabet with the letter and the sound. We only do short vowel sounds in preschool. In kindergarten, if you want to introduce long vowel sounds, you can do that as well. I'll just show you an example, but we do have a separate video that shows us going through our whole alphabet. But for instance, we would go A, and then the students would echo after us. B, B, C, K. And each time the students can echo after you. Each of our letters have pictures, 3 pictures underneath that start with that sound. So it's a good way to reference that if students are having a hard time with a letter sound. Calendar time is a great time of your day to build community and practice essential skills that students need to master throughout preschool and kindergarten. With our calendar time, we always pick a calendar helper. For this, we just have little pencils, and we've written names on them, and we just hang up who our helper is for the day. That student gets to put in our number on our calendar. They get to do our weather and our weather graph. They get to move the glass bead and write our day of school. And they also get to help with the straws and the coins. So it's a fun opportunity for them to get involved, and they each get an opportunity to do that. And we hope that you have learned something and can incorporate this. All of our calendar materials are available through our Teachers Pay Teachers store. And we've created all of these so that you have everything you need to get through a perfect calendar routine at school.